So this one's got to go out to Kathy from My Semi-Charred Life. If you don't know Kathy, I could tell you, A, she has the best hair on the net. I mean, look, man, there was a time when I had a pretty good head of hair. I will leave information on her, on all her doings down in the description. You definitely have to check her out. She does some amazing work, as you are now seeing up on the screen. Of course, she did a pork loin and turned it into an octopus that I am telling you, as you could see. I mean, I knew right there it was something that I had to do. And as we get into this video, I'll make you two promises. One, the flavor of this octopus was through the roof amazing. And two, mine looks nowhere near as like Kathy's did. That said, what I want to do here is let's turn our attention down to the board. Let me show you what I'm working with. It only cost about 11, 12 bucks. And let's start the show. So getting started on this one, this is your typical store purchased pork loin. We are looking at about 6 pounds. The first thing to do is to get it out of the package. Grab some paper towels because you are going to want to pat that dry. At this point, I am just going to leave that little fat cap on. I mean, hey man, it can't hurt. From there, the only thing I need to do is figure out where the head is going to be and where the tentacles are going to be. Once I got that figured out, I am figuring a flat head, so that is going to work fine. I will carefully split the tentacles in half, go right down the center, and you are going to want to stop about 3/4 from the end. That there is going to be the head. Alrighty, it is tentacle time, aka time to make the tentacles. Now, depending on the size of your pork loin, I am figuring on 4 tentacles per side, 8 in total. That'll give me a good octopus, I guess. So basically, all you got to do is try to keep them thick, right? So if your pork loin is a little bit thinner than mine or not as round as mine, maybe you want to go 3 tentacles. I mean, I am going to eat them, so the thicker, the more juicier they are going to be. In my case, on a 6-pounder, nice and round, 4 tentacles should be perfect. Once I get both sides done, again for me, 8 tentacles in total, I will grab some butcher's twine. If you don't have butcher twine, I will have a link down in the description. Go to Amazon, pick some up. You can always use it and it lasts forever. I'm gonna rip off about a 10, 11 inch piece because we gotta tie up that head. Once that head is tied up, we will move on to the next step, which is gonna be in our seasoning. So my rubs of choice for this cook are going to be 2 of them. Also some fresh cracked black pepper. I do believe that is going to be the best combo. And of course, I am talking about dusted, followed up by some Uncle Steve Shake's Gator Shake. And of course, I am talking about this Cheflor Thermomill. I mean, look, this sucker is 12 times faster than any other pepper mill. I don't want to sound like a commercial here, but I could tell you this is one of the best pepper mills that I've ever used, and I have used plenty. And trust me, they are not a sponsor of this show. They did send it out to the show. I told them I would try it out, and I am certainly impressed. And it is also a 2-in-1 pepper mill. You are going to get your 12 times faster pepper mill for that fresh cracked black pepper, and also the top comes off. And that is going to give you a nifty, handy thermometer. So this product is launching on Kickstarter, and I will have more information down in the description. Not to mention, you will be seeing a lot more of it on this show. I can guarantee you that. So the first up is going to be our dusted. Now look, if you don't have dusted, Amazon, you could pick some up or use your favorite rub. And the next one is going to be an Uncle Steve Shake. This is one of my favorite rubs I've ever used. It is an old-time classic here on the show. It is Gator Shake. And this is going to give a nice lemon lime into this pork. And last but not least, we will break out our Cheflor and get that black pepper on. One thing that it does is that I truly like, it has a cap on the bottom. You can fresh crack into that cap, then pull the cap off, and you've got a nice handful of fresh black pepper, and you can now divide that out within your hand to get a better coverage for say. It is going to be fresh cracked black pepper all over the pork loin. Now look, if you want to pick up them tentacles and go underneath, by all means go ahead. So once you get that all rubbed down, it is now time to get on over to the pit and fire it up with that Pellet grill. We're going to want to go at about so, just like we would any old pork loin. So guys, as noted, I will fire up that Lone Star and set that dial to about 350 Fahrenheit. We are going to treat this octopus like any old pork loin. And of course, if you want maximum smoke with a little bit of a different of a flavor, that Smokin Pecan is going to get the call here. Again, I've got information on all these products down in the description. There should be a little coupon in there if you want to try them out. And also, I am going to monitor this cook with my Chef's Temp wireless. I mean, hey, nobody wants about 3-4 wires going into their octopus into the grill. So this is going to do it wirelessly, and this will also read me them ambient temps. So that is going to work out perfectly. Once I get all that set up, and once the pit reaches that temp, we will get this pork loin octopus in. And here you just want to make sure that all those tentacles are nice and spread out evenly across the pit. Once all that checks out, we will shut it down and let it run probably for about an hour or so. At that time, I'll bring you guys back. We've got a very important step coming up, so you are not going to want to miss that. And all that is going to happen next. And believe it or not, we are almost finished up with the cook. We are about an hour and 10 minutes in, and this is an important step here that you are definitely going to want to do. First off, we will get my Cheflor because we just got to check a temperature. And of course, those tentacles are about 145, 150, somewhere in that range. But the head is only about 110, so those tentacles are going to have to come off. A little quick shiver on each tentacle. We will get those off. We will get those on the board. I will leave these in the house to rest. We will put it all together at the end. But for now, it is mother head in, tentacles in the house, and I will see you at that perfect 145 on the head. Alrighty, who is ready to finish up this cook? We are about 2 hours and 10 minutes in or so, and a quick temp check shows us that head is 137. That is going to be perfect. I will get my BBQ sauce and just start brushing that head out. If you don't want to use BBQ sauce, you certainly do not have to. Once I get that BBQ sauce on, I will shut it and wait about another 15 minutes, and there you go. And I gotta tell you, instead of an octopus head, it kind of looks like Herman Munster's head. That said, we will get the we will get the head off. We will get it down into the shack where I will construct it all together. And there you go. That is what she's gonna look like. And it looks almost like an octopus again. Not as good as Kathy's, but what are you gonna do? I can guarantee you it is mighty tasty eats, and that is the most important. What I wanna do here is let's go on in and let's take this live. Let's talk about it, do that taste test, and close out the show. Alrighty, look, that was a lot of fun, that is for sure. Again, special shout out, gotta go to Kathy from My Semi-Charred Life for this recipe idea, and it was easy to do. Everything is gonna be cooked perfectly, as you saw in the video. I severed the legs, I guess you could say, or tentacles, or whatever they're called, and kept them warm in the house. I then finished this up to that perfect 145, slapped it all together here, and this is what we got. And look, it was a fun cook. It is something different. It is something definitely to kick off the fall season, that is for sure. I'm gonna go in and get that taste test. Now I can go right here. And again, perfect piece of pork. You know, that's friggin' perfect, man. Maybe Molly, who's over here, wants a little treat. Uncle Steve's shake, what could you say about this stuff? This is the Gator shake, man. This stuff is gold, anything you put on it. One of my favorite rubs right here. Information down below. Of course, this dusted, that is giving me a little bit of a charcoal flavor along with that salt. And this is the Cheflor right here. You will see a lot of this on some upcoming shows. It lays down the pepper faster than most do, and I am certainly pleased about that because fresh cracked black pepper is a lot of what we do here on the show. So if I can get it out faster and all cracked up, that is definitely going to be a plus. So that is going to be it for this show. Again, man, this whole thing cost me about 11, 12 bucks. It was a fun cook. I've got a lot of smoke from that pecan pellets. those Smokin Pecan pellets from the Lone Star. That is just flat out straight smoke for the 2.5 hours or whatever this took to cook. And that is it, man. What else could I say? This was a fun cook. This is a tasty cook. Again, my name is Tommy. I appreciate you all for watching. Kathy, special shout out to you. And until next time, we will see you soon.